The history of Miri is related to Sarawak's oil industry. The area was known to have black oil that had seeped out through the ground, as stated by Claude Champion de Crispini in 1882, who was a resident of Baram. Years on, his successors made the British subsidiary for Shell, the Anglo-Saxon Petroleum Company, to oversee a drilling exploration in the area. Shell had started its operations in Malaysia under the Marcus and Samuel Company in building storage areas for its oil exports at multiple strait settlement ports. Oil was first trucked on a hill near fishing village on 10th of August in 1910 with a depth of 123 meters. The oil well was named the Grand Old Lady and continued to produce oil until 1972. The town had developed roads in 1920 to accommodate the growing economy. Petronas, a national oil and gas corporation in Malaysia, was founded in 1974. As a result, the arrangement between Shell and Petronas, the Production Sharing Contract (PSC). Petronas and Shell are both active in educational outreach programs such as rewarding worthy students with scholarship. Both firms are equally involved in the first rig-to-reed project in Malaysia in an attempt to conserve the biomarine life in the sea near Miri. On the 20th of May 2005, Miri was promoted to city status and became the 10th city in Malaysia. Miri is also the first town to be given the city status in Malaysia. Every year on the 20th of May, Miri City Day is held as it was proclaimed by the previous Chief Minister Abdul Taib Mahmud. The dialect used by most Sarawakians is Bahasa Sarawak, also known as Sarawakian language. This dialect is related to Bruneian Malay spoken in the districts of Limbang and Lawas, Sarawak and Pontianak Malay. Compared to the Malay varieties in Sumatra and the Malayan Peninsula, it is more similar to Iban languages, rendering it mutually unintelligibly for Malay speakers outside. Among the locals, English is frequently spoken and understood. According to the 20-point agreement, Malay is the national language in Point 2, and English shall remain the official language of Borneo, whether state or federal, without the restriction of time. Mandarin and major Chinese dialects are still commonly used by those who have grown up around different races and religions, and can converse effortlessly amongst each other in multiple languages as well. One of the most appealing characteristics of Sarawak, and one that sets it apart from any other states, is its cultural diversity. With the 27 distinct indigenous ethnic groups who speak 45 diverse languages and dialects, Sarawak is filled with unity and understanding amongst a population of 2.1 million who adhere to a diversity of customs, rituals, and faith. With many diverse traditions and beliefs, Mirians celebrate a number of lively festivals all throughout the calendar year. The dishes to look for in Miri include native glutinous rice cooked in bamboo or lemang, Iban-style fresh bamboo shoots, and a dessert called bubur kapu, and Iban rice flour cendol. Not to forget, Sarawak's own signature dishes like laksa Sarawak, manok panso or ayam panso, kolok mi Sarawak, midin belacan, belacan bihun, and kacang ma. Visitors who visit Miri has often praised for their delicious midin belacan. Even though Miri is widely known for its development and status on oil production, there are memorable sites for visitors to visit as well. One of the must-visit places are Canada Hill, where visitors can have a spectacle view over the Miri city while enjoying dinner. Visitors can also come by the Petroleum Museum at Canada Hills and learn the history of how the oil production started and how it revolutionized the city into what it is today. Before 1910, Miri was just a relatively small fishing village. Locals lived in wooden houses and made their living by fishing in the sea. Miri has transformed significantly within only a few decades as wealthy magnates moved to the area and Chinese migrant workers altered the demographics of the community. Sabarka's weekend market offers a variety of interesting things from local tropical fruits, fresh produces to handicrafts. And is located approximately 3 kilometers from the city center. According to locals from Miri, Sabarkas is amongst Sarawak's friendliest and most colorful markets. The wet market outside the Sabarkas Commercial Center opens during the evenings from Thursday to Sunday. Miri's iconic Gunong Mulu National Park is a park that is an amazing delight of many adventures. The interior of the cave is like a scene from a sci-fi movie, decorated by limestone pinnacles which rise into razor-sharp points guarding the entrance to dozens of hidden caves. Soaring mountains surround 17 vegetation zones inside the area of the UNESCO-listed national park. Miri is a developing city that can match Kuching, and this will lead to more youth living in the developing city seeking for new adventures and to go through experiences. Miri has very deep rural areas as well. Some will take 2 to 3 hours to drive to reach the longhouses. Miri is a developing city that aims to reach the skies. One of the 81 initiatives stated by Sarawak's Chief Minister Datuk Patinggi Abang Johari Tun Openg in order to achieve the state's vision in promoting the creation of excellent youth and sports, 8.3 million ringgit will be provided to carry out various programs and initiatives, of which 4 million ringgit was allocated for Sarawak Youth Venture Capital. On top of this, the notion of the investment is to drive the state to become a sports powerhouse in Malaysia. From the budget, 2.7 million ringgit will be used for repair works of Miri Sports Complex in order to meet the necessities that is required and to drive more youth into sports. Sarawak's Chief Minister Datuk Patinggi Abang Johari Tun Openg has taken one of the 81 initiatives to implement the Sarawak Alternatives Water Supply Sawwas program. The aim of the program is to provide water supply to isolated settlements that are yet to have safe and clean water, especially to rural areas in Miri. The implementation of Sawwas is one of medium towards achieving Sarawak's vision of 100% water supply coverage by 2025.
Seperti kita tahu, Miri sekarang adalah satu bandaraya yang sedang bangun dengan pesatnya, di mana kita menyediakan pelbagai prasarana dan sebagai sebuah bandaraya pelancongan, saya fikir untuk ditambah lagi lah hub-hub seperti pusat-pusat pelancongan ataupun peranginan, dan pelbagaikan lagi lah. Selain daripada pelancongan, kita pelbagaikan seperti dari segi bandar digital, untuk kita sama-sama nikmatilah di Bandaraya Miri sesuai dengan konsep bandaraya.
Jadi untuk Miri tu kita melihat bahawa ada pembangunan yang sangat baik dan pesat selepas kita melihat daripada 20 tahun yang lalu lah. Jadi untuk Miri perkembangan yang baik untuk kita, dan dari segi fasarana dan facilities yang ada baik untuk warga Miri. Cuma sebolehnya kita mau tengok lagi, dipergiatkan lagi usaha pembangunan Bandaraya Miri tu.
Miri, rich with history and developments that made the city what it is today, reflects the many hidden potentials that Sarawak can offer for its residents, state, economy and country that can help make Sarawak and in turn Malaysia into a powerhouse that is capable of sustaining itself and cementing the statement that Sarawak is a state that can do wonders.